So recently, this brand new teaser for Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 came out, and it officially reveals what the main antagonist is going to look like. And it also gives us some clues about the lore and story of the game. And if you haven't seen this teaser already, I'm going to play it for you.
S-M-I-L-E every day. When you are down and out, no need to frown and pout. The smiley players here to say S-M-I-L-E every day.
The wind's really scary. I can't sleep.
Hey, we'll be okay, guys. I promise. All winds blow away. Eventually. Catnap! Please, help us go to sleep, Catnap!
We need it, Catnap.
Please help us!
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
So there is a lot to talk about in that 1-minute trailer. So something pretty obvious is that all these little animals in this house represent the orphans at the play care. If you don't know what the play care is, it's basically where we're going to be going for Chapter 3, and it was actually teased at the end of Chapter 2 and in the Chapter 3 teaser.
That is why it is with enormous pleasure that as the founder of Playtime Co., I announce Playcare, our very own on-site orphanage.
So while these animals represent the orphans, the purple cat is supposed to represent the main antagonist of Chapter 3, which was pretty obvious because we see him breathe out the red smoke. But the only thing is, why would the children be happy to see someone that's about to get them killed?
Catnap!
Well, we do know that religion is supposed to play a big part in Chapter 3. We see it all over the teasers and trailers, so it would make sense that Playtime Co. would trick these children into believing that this cat is some sort of god. Or maybe instead of this cartoon actually airing on TV, maybe this is something that they show the orphans when they first come to the factory. Maybe they make them believe that the purple cat is some sort of nice monster, and then he gasses them and kills them. And then Playtime Co. can use the dead orphans to make more mascots. And another thing is, we had a teaser for this little cartoon show for so long. A couple months ago when Project Playtime Phase 2 came out, we saw this poster on the wall with the same animals that we saw in this cartoon show. And this poster is further proving that these animals are supposed to represent the orphans. And there's also a pattern in this cartoon that I haven't seen anyone point out yet. And it has a lot to do with this teaser right here. So in this teaser, it's pretty basic. It says this is what he does to heretics. We see some red smoke, some walls, and then we see some creature down here, which is obviously not a cat. To me, it looks more like dog paws and a snout. So this thing is obviously supposed to be a dog, and the pattern that I was talking about earlier in the cartoon is that in the cartoon, we see a lot of bones. In front of the house, there's a giant bone, the clock is a bone, there's a picture of a bone, and it's pretty famous that in cartoons, dogs really love bones. So obviously Mob Games is supposed to be hinting at something between a dog and a cat. So I personally think that the dog that we saw in this teaser is the dog in the cartoon show. And this dog that's supposed to be dead on the ground looks like a mascot version of the one that we saw in the cartoon show. So maybe each one of these animals is their own mascot character. We do know that they all have their own plushies, so maybe Playtime Co. made this cat one to kill all the orphans, which would explain why he's stronger than all the other ones. And they do look up to him like he's a god.
Catnap! Please, help us go to sleep, Catnap!
We need it, Catnap.
Please help us!
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
The last thing I want to talk about in this video is probably the most mind-blowing thing in the entirety of Poppy Playtime. So here it is. In the cartoon, each one of these animals has something on their chest. They each have some sort of necklace, which could represent what they do to the kids. Maybe this one could teach about healthy eating, maybe this one could teach about energy, maybe this one could teach about happiness. The interesting part is that the dog has a sun on his chest, and the evil cat has a crescent moon on his chest. And we know that the sun and moon are opposites, so maybe that's why these two are enemies. And that's not even the craziest part yet. Because we know that sunshine is usually supposed to represent joy and happiness, and then the opposite of that would obviously be evilness and like sadness. And that's exactly what this evil cat is. And if we go back to that teaser image I showed earlier in this video, it says this is what he does to heretics. And a heretic is someone that believes in another religion, and that they really care about that religion. So maybe the dead dog represents a child in the factory that found out about maybe Christianity or Islam, and then he decided not to follow the religion of this evil cat. He went against it, and then he got killed. And then maybe they used him to make the dog mascot to show all the other orphans that if they don't follow this religion, they'll be killed just like how he was. But back to the necklaces that they have, we see that the cat has this crescent moon. And a moon usually represents nighttime, and nighttime represents sleep. And what is this chapter called? But before you click off this video, listen to the cat's name one more time.
Catnap! Please, help us go to sleep,
We
Catnap!
need it, Catnap.
His name is Cat Nap. And then we see how brainwashed these orphan kids are, and they're begging him to put them to sleep.
Sleep,
We
Catnap!
need it, Catnap. Please help us. Sleep, sleep, sleep.
But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. This is definitely my most favorite theory that I've ever made. And Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 is supposed to be coming out in less than 2 months, so I'll definitely be making a video when the official trailer comes out and when the game comes out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And make sure to subscribe if you're excited for Poppy Playtime Chapter 3.